Hi, this is a physical description of everyone who has the Sagittarius rising or a strong influence of Sagittarius in their horoscope, like their sun or their moon or a few planets is in Sagittarius. Physically speaking, Sagittarius people have a very strong, taller. Sagittarius ascendants are usually taller than average, and in most cases they have full open features, often smiling lips, thick hair. The teeth may be a bit larger to some of them and can be a bit protruding. The hair is dark in youth, but it gets impressively white in later years. And usually the hair starts whitening earlier in age, and at 45 they can have this beautiful white hair, The Sagittarius ascendant is usually very leggy, with long flexible arms and the limbs. So it's not surprising that a lot of fashion models and catwalk models have a Sagittarius ascendant, a strong Sagittarius, because Sagittarius gives this length, the tallness, and also the length of the limbs and the slimness. That's what fashion looks for in models. But they have a tendency after they used to put on weight more, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and they also have a love of living it large and enjoying everything. They cannot never do anything by halves. They do everything, in a big way. So they tend towards excesses sometimes in drinking and in food, and they can tend to, and even if they don't that much, later in age it's easier for them to put on weight because of their ruling planet Jupiter, which is the planet of growth, of expansion. But the general impression, Sagittarius general appearance gives an impression of charisma, of liveliness, of energy, great sense of humor, very lively. The face expression is also very lively. The mannerism of some Sagittarius, strong Sagittarius ascendants, can be very much horse-like. I don't mean this to insult, but they might tend to, to toss their hair a bit like, in certain situations. And they might be, when they're annoyed or when they're restless, they have a tendency to move their feet and to do restless movements with their feet, to fidget with them. And or when they walk, they can scrape their shoes sometimes, Their fashion style is very casual and comfortable, because they need to be mobile and feel as free as possible. This is very typical for Sagittarius, and there is a bit of a free, wild spirit in them, and it reflects on their fashion preferences. They look great in frayed jeans, in leather jackets, in t-shirts with sunglasses. Anything rough and rugged looks great on them. Cowboy look even sometimes. The colors, they can even clash colors. Bright and bold. It's no problem for them. Sagittarius rules the thighs and the liver. So this is a sensitive point for Sagittarius ascendant people with strong Sag. They might have torn ligaments at the thighs, some wound on the thighs, or their liver is very susceptible to, you have to be careful with your consumption of fatty foods and alcoholic drinks and diets rich in fat as a whole. So this is a physical description of all Sagittarius risings and people with strong Sagittarius.